For the NPP, I think they still don't get it.
How do you mean?
They don't just get it yet. Being in opposition shouldn't be all about organizing for the next election. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't just be about organizing for the next election. It should be about, especially if you have been in government before, acknowledging why you were voted out, even if you won't do so publicly. But acknowledging that will make you humble. And that humility will show. And it will inform the actions and the inactions that you take. And the same voter who voted you out will notice. When that acknowledgement takes place, a proper rebranding can begin. Repositioning of the party. But for the NPP, it seems to me that the preoccupation is that we lost the 2024 elections and we are winning the 2028 elections. It's just a matter of putting up somebody as our leader. And so all the things that they have been engaged in since they lost power does not convince the average voter that these guys get it. It's all about the next election. It's all about, in their estimation, who they pick to lead them. So the clear leadership paralysis that their party is suffering is swept under the carpet. And choosing a flag bearer will not resolve that leadership crisis. Because a party, unless maybe under Nana Akufo-Addo, it happened, and so they think it can happen again, is not led by just one man. A party is not led by just one man. And so choosing a flag bearer is just cementing over a bigger problem. You heard some of the things that came out after the Equatorial by-election. And the fact that there was no leadership. The General Secretary didn't know what he was doing, and I'm not saying it. Many party members have come out with that verdict. The Vice Chairman didn't know what he was doing. No one is even telling the nation the whereabouts of the chairman and why they need to have an acting chairman. The last time, Moro, on this show, you remember, when the family of the chairman who went to Congress to be voted for issued a statement, I told you on this set that if you read that letter well, it was a cry for help. It was an SOS message, either from the family of the chairman or, and I'm sure maybe perhaps sanctioned by the chairman, or just himself. It was an SOS message. But we missed that. And NPP is not explaining it to anybody. The whereabouts of their chairman, why they need to have an acting chairman, why the family of the chairman had to issue the statement that they issued. It is not important to them. But these are things that I am sure will matter to the average voter. Because it will inform the average voter about the things that are important to you. But for them, the only thing important to them is the 2028 election, and it's just getting ahead.
But the family says the man is unwell. He's unable to perform his function, at least now, for now. Why should that matter to Ghanaians?
It didn't just say that. The family complained that even the engagements before the scheduling of the meeting was either improperly done or was not done at all.
Right.
And yes, and it was not just, these were not just mere family members. Some of them were actually members of parliament. I remember. And so for them to cry out loud to the media the way they did meant that certain things in-house were not right. As we say in Dagbani, I think to which when you find a pregnant problem in the market, when you find a pregnant goat in the market, it means there's a pregnant problem at home. So when you have members of parliament or a member of parliament, you have a lawyer of a family write the kind of letter that they wrote in protest against, a scheduled meeting that the chairman was supposed to chair, it should tell you that there's something in the house.
Right.
And the NPP is a public entity. And so you cannot tell us that. It's a public entity. People have interest in it and they are permitted to, because you have the potential, even though, God willing, that will take a long time, of ruling the country. But they don't just get it. They don't. And as for my friend's candidates and my big brother, his cup is full. I hope he enjoys the aroma.
His cup is full?
His cup is full.
Why do you say that?
And it is served well on his table. That's what I'm saying. I just hope he enjoys the aroma and the sip. First of all, you are asked about the Zongo and Muslim votes, and you say, hey, that's tribalism, that's ethnicity. Forgetting that you introduced it into the campaign, that if you were voted as the flag bearer of the NPP, the NDC will lose the whole Zongo to you. You introduced it. When in their last primaries, that was his campaign message. That the MDC was afraid of him because if the NPP presented him, the Zongos will come. The Muslims will come. And then after elections, they ask you about Zongo votes. I say it's ethnicity. Don't introduce ethnicity into our politics. Now they say you lost the Zongo community. You say, no, you didn't lose. So which is which? His cup is full. He's talking about Konkonsa. Hey! I listened to Dr. Kennedy, Kennedy, Ajapong and his supporters. And I think to myself, is that the NPP of old? The NPP of scholars? You shift to Abronye, you shift to Wontumi, then you listen to Chairman Buga, or what is it called? Buga,
Chairman Buga.
And these are the leaders of the NPP today. That's the stock. And I'm like, this is not the New Patriotic Party. That even was attractive, even if you didn't support them. That is the level. And then Musa Danko supplies me with reason why it is so. When he showcases his research findings into the, academic levels of NPP, NDC, delegates and voters. And there, the problem is discovered. The so-called ideas, even when you think that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's ideas are phantom, then you listen to Kennedy's ideas, you say, this man cries even better. Seriously, I don't find any candidate so far who measures up to the image and the stature of the NPP of old. And for me, that should be a worry for any NPP supporter and sympathizer. And that should have informed actions that will convince the average voter that there is a commitment to reposition, rebrand, and reform. But you don't see that. You don't see that. And I feel sorry for them.
Okay.
I wish them the very best of luck.
Okay.
In their attempt to further disorganize and fragment their party the more. I wish them the very best of luck in doing that.
Okay. All right.
I just hope that they will, however, remain relevant in our body politics so they can continue to play the role that opposition parties are supposed to play.
Okay.